Hey guys, this is Comic Uno and Comic Frontline, and today I'm doing a topic video on Marvel Cinematic Universe rankings. So I'm going to go to, in my opinion, the worst Marvel Cinematic Universe movie to the best. And again, this is all my opinion. I'm sure other people have different tastes, but these are the movies I enjoy the most from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I've been sitting on this topic for a while. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to definitely do it during Age of Ultron weekend, but then I was like, hey, why not do it during Age of Ultron weekend? And also, guys, if you have any recommendations for future topic videos, please let me know in the comments below. If I answer them, that means in a couple of weeks they'll either be on Comic Uno or Comic Frontline, because I double dose my topic videos. Usually for Comic Uno, I have them every Friday with my comic book reviews, and for Comic Frontline, I have them every Sunday, so be sure to recommend away. But let's talk about this topic, which is Marvel Cinematic Universe ranking. Alright, so there have been 11 Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, and we are going to 11 to 1. Alright, so what is my number 11? Incredible Hulk. I'm not a huge Hulk fan, A, and then B, it was pretty boring, honestly. It's like they're trying to attach it to the 2003 one, but at the same time not attaching to it. I'm trying to think who was the Hulk in that one. Edward Norton? I think Edward Norton was the Hulk in that one. Pretty sure. I don't remember who the first Hulk was. But yeah, that's how memorable that film was. It just wasn't that great. I think Hulk is definitely approved with Mark Ruffalo's Hulk version. I hope we could get a movie with that and just more interesting story. I think the plots just wasn't that great. Alright, moving on to number 10 for me is Thor. I don't think everyone's going to agree with this, but I'm personally just not a big Thor fan. So originally seeing the Thor films, like, yeah, I like Chris Hemsworth as Thor, and I guess Loki for me got better in Avengers, but overall it just wasn't into the mystic stuff and the Norse god things, so wasn't totally impressed with Thor. Alright, moving on to number 9, Iron Man 2. I will say some of the Iron Man movies are going to be a bit higher on my list just because he's my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe character, so I really enjoy the Iron Man films. But Iron Man 2 wasn't that great. Even the introduction of Black Widow was okay. I think, again, she became better in Avengers, and I would say even more in Avengers Age of Ultron. I definitely say more in Avengers Age of Ultron. And, Iron Man 2 just kind of had a weak villain, Whiplash, and then, War Machine was okay. Pepper, I wanted her to be rescued so bad in Iron Man 2, but we got to see that in Iron Man 3, kinda. But yeah, Iron Man 2 is number 9. Number 8 is Captain America the Winter Soldier. I'm sorry, Captain America the First Avenger. People would kill me if I said Winter Soldier. But Captain America the First Avenger. Another character I'm just not a huge fan of is Captain America. So a lot of the characters that have movies I've just never been a big comic book fan of. I love Chris Evans as Captain America, but a solo film on them, I've never been interested. But I think I've gotten a little bit more from it since I've seen Agent Carter, because you get to see a little bit more of that atmosphere and a more development of Captain America, the First Avenger. But yeah, again, just origins I never felt connected to, so that's why it's there. Alright, moving on to number 7 is Thor: The Dark World. I like Thor: The Dark World. It's one of those middle movies. I think it's a little bit on the forgettable side, but I thought a lot happened. I like some of the cameos. I really liked Captain America's cameo there. I liked Thor's mother's death. I thought that was really well done. So yeah, that's what I enjoyed about Thor: The Dark World. Also, using Jane a bit more in that film, even though, I don't know, they could have used her a bit more, but she was a little bit more defined in the second one than the first one. Alright, moving on to number 6. Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Yeah, people are going to be surprised by that. I think a lot of people enjoyed Captain America, the Winter Soldier more than I did. I still really enjoyed it, but again, not a big Captain America fan, so there's a little less connection there. But I enjoyed the espionage, and I will say what I enjoyed the most about Winter Soldier is what happened with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because of it. The fall of S.H.I.E.L.D. and, seeing Hydra, I thought that was so well done in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and made me appreciate Captain America the Winter Soldier more. But Bucky, I always felt was a little forgettable in first Avenger movie, so to see him back in the Winter Soldier, this was my thing. Again, Captain America, not a huge fan of the character as much, so that's why it's a bit lower. Alright, let's move on to number 5. I know people are going to kill me for this, but this is, again, my personal list. Number 5 is Iron Man 3. Yes, Iron Man 3 is higher than Captain America or Winter Soldier for me. Again, I am a bigger Iron Man fan, and I know people have complaints about it. I enjoyed Pepper so much in this film. I like that we had the Extremis. She kind of became Rescue. I like that, and I like the ending. I like the whole film. Mandarin could have been a lot better. I will say that. That was something that I did not enjoy, is the villain. But I had a lot of fun character moments here with Tony and Pepper and War Machine. So that's why I put Iron Man 3 above Captain America and Winter Soldier. I connect to those characters a bit more in Captain America. My opinion. Alright, moving on to number 4. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, that is my number 4 pick. This is just a fun movie. And I began to really enjoy these characters, and I think when they do make a second movie, I'll enjoy the second one even more. I think this was just a great introduction. It was just a lot of fun, and something that a lot of people thought were going to fail just did so well. And it was something different. It was space. It was adventure, and kind of like Firefly in a way, with making it these people on the run. So, Guardians of the Galaxy, number 4. Number 3, Avengers. Yeah, Avengers is higher than Guardians of the Galaxy. I think with Avengers, what I love about this film is that it's just bringing every hero you loved that came from all the previous movies and brought it together. Yes, it's a bit more of a popcorn flick, and I've always complained about that, but still a very fun movie. And it put Marvel even more on the map. So, and also the memorable ending credit scene with Thanos. It's just a very memorable, landstone, that's not the word, mark for Marvel. Alright, moving on to number 2. Avengers Age of Ultron is number 2. So, I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. There's so much that happened here, and the introduction to new characters like Vision, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, I thought was done very well. Also, characters I just did not like in the first one, like Hawkeye, became more likable. It's just a more character-driven film. Again, I do have some nitpicks with Avengers Age of Ultron, but overall, it was a blast. A blast of a film. Alright, so what was number 1? Number 1 for me is Iron Man. I love this film. This is the film I will go back to and rewatch. It's the introduction to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I am a sucker for a good origin story, and I think this is the best origin story for the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far. I had a blast with it. It introduced us to Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. In my opinion, Tony and Pepper having great chemistry, and just a great villain, a great hero, and just a great introduction to why we love Tony, and this balance of, oh, we should hate him, but we love to hate him type character. So Iron Man is number 1. Again, that's the movie I most rewatch and just really most enjoy. So that is my listing. Again, it's my opinion, but I'm sure you guys have different opinions in the comments, so let me know in the comments below what is your ranking for your favorite Marvel movies. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic and Comic Frontline. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also in the description below, there's links for my comic book, like Father Like Daughter, and don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later.